What's up, YouTube? It's your boy AP. This is AP's NBA Daily Picks. In this video, I'll be breaking down the Orlando Magic versus the Houston Rockets. They're giving Orlando plus 8.5 points, and the over and under is 228.5. For the injury report, Paolo Banchero out. That's very serious. He'll be back November 18th. Morris Wagner is out. Also for the Rockets, it's very interesting. Tari Eason is out. Dorian Finney-Smith is out, and Fred VanVleet is out. So with Tari Eason out, that's a wing defender and a three-point shooter, 3-and-D player missing for the Rockets. Also Fred VanVleet being out, that's the point guard for the Rockets. But we're going to break this thing all the way down. Let's look at the last 5 games for the Magic. They beat the Brooklyn Nets 105-98. They had to come back to get that win. They had an impressive win in New York. They beat New York 124-107. And they beat the Portland Trailblazers. Portland Trailblazers out there on the road. They lost to the Celtics, and they beat the Celtics. Both of those games were at home. The Rockets, on the other hand, they're 4-5 out the last 5 games. They beat Portland 140-116. Now we can see both of these teams play Portland, and we can see how Houston dismantled Portland, and how a road with the Portland Trailblazers on the road, they only beat Portland by 3 points, and the Rockets beat them by 24 points. Just interested in seeing the box score of that game for the Rockets. I want to see who went crazy for the Rockets, because this gives me a little hint that these are players that are in rare form. KD went for 30. Jabari Smith went for 22. Sengun went for 25. Josh Okogie went for 11. Amen Thompson went for 19, who had big rebounds. Sengun was flirting with a triple-double, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. KD had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Amen Thompson, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Not too big on Amen Thompson assists. Josh Okogie with the 11 points, 5 for 9 for field goals. I think he'll get an uptick also in this game as well. I like to go to the app called Score, just to kind of compare the two teams right quick. So far as pace, the Rockets are 96.7 pace. They're ranked 28th. The Orlando Magic are 14th. The Rockets are 5th in field goal percentage. That's awesome. That's an edge. They're 17th with 13.4 three-pointers made. They're first in three-point percentage. That's the edge. The Orlando Magic are 22nd in three-point percentage. The Rockets are a better rebounding team. They're number 1 offensive rebound ranked team against the 13th ranked offensive rebound team. Now, again, I like to look at offensive rebounds. Let me know second chance points, and that's how teams cover spreads. Getting second chance points, more possessions, easy tip-ins at the rim, executing on teams not boxing out. The assists, they're about even. Well, the Rockets are 16th in assists. The Magic are 25th. Just let me know their offense. It's not a lot of ball movement there. A lot of one-on-one. We got offensive rating. The Rockets are number 1. They're the first offensive rated team. So they got a methodical approach to the game. The Magic are 20th in offensive rating. In defensive rating, the Rockets are 12th, and the Magic are 8th. But we got to look at the schedule that the Magic have played also. They haven't played that tough of a schedule. The Rockets did suffer a loss to the Spurs at home, but the Spurs have been playing well. They've been playing very well. Let's see what other angle I want to go at. Oh yeah, the scheduling angle. Well, I just get to my notes and I'll go through that, because some of this stuff I'm probably going to repeat. Let's see. Where did I get to it at? All right, here we go. My bad, y'all. All right, so yeah, this matchup is a collision between the Houston Rockets team that is firing on all cylinders and Orlando Magic squad trying to survive without its best players. The Rockets, 8-3, are transformed into a bully ball team. They're huge, physical, and currently the best rebounding team in the NBA. The Magic at 7-6, and their 7 wins, 6 losses are scrappy and coming off a nice win streak, but they are walking into a massacre. They're walking into a trap against the Houston Rockets without Paolo Banchero. You know what I'm saying? So how I see this game playing out is that the Orlando Magic, they're not going to shoot the ball well versus the defense. They're not going to rebound the ball well versus the Houston Rockets. And they're going to have collapses because they're without their star player, Paolo Banchero. So they're going to have collapses on the defensive end. And I don't think they'll be able to exert themselves on the road to come back and win the game like they did versus the Brooklyn Nets at home when Brooklyn went and jumped out on them fast. This might implicate that, the coaching staff for the Magic will have them ready to come out swinging in the first quarter, because historically the Magic have been a good team in the first quarter, especially this season. I've cashed a couple first quarters on them, but I won't be taking them for the first quarter against the Houston Rockets. That's a definite. So let's also look at the rebounds. The rebound and mismatch. The Houston Rockets are ranked number 1 in NBA in rebounding. They grab nearly everything because they play jumbo lineups with huge players like Sengun, Steven Adams, and Jabari Smith Jr. The Orlando Magic are missing Paolo Banchero, their best rebounder, and Morris Wagner, their backup energy big. This is a math problem Orlando can't solve. Houston will likely get 10 to 15 more shot attempts just by grabbing offensive rebounds. It's incredibly hard to cover a spread when the other team takes more shots than you. And the Durant factor. The Rockets have number 1 offensive rating in the league. The reason, Kevin Durant, he's unguardable. The Magic have good defenders like Jonathan Isaac, but Isaac is on a minutes restriction. When Isaac sits, Orlando has to put smaller defenders like Franz Wagner or Tristan da Silva on Durant. Durant averages 28 points per game in his last 5 matchups against Orlando. He feasts on them because they lack the length to bother his shot. And let's look at Amen Thompson, new engine. Houston lost his starting point guard Fred VanVleet to an ACL injury. Most teams would panic, but Amen Thompson has stepped in and arguably made them a more dangerous team. He's roughly averaging 18.6 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 5.7 assists. Thomas is 6'7" and one of the best athletes in the NBA. Orlando's guards, Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black, are smaller. Thompson can see over them and pass and jump over them to rebound. So that's another advantage right there. Just be straight up front with y'all. I like the Houston Rockets minus the 8.5 points. Orlando is a scrappy team. They make it stick around before the long haul with 48 minutes, especially if it's a close game going into the fourth, because I do see some tired legs. Because you got to look, it's been 2 emotional games for the Magic, and also the emotion and the reality is going to set in now that Paolo Banchero is out and they on the road. And we got to look at teams that have, when they do this home game, road game, home game coming back, because Orlando next game is at home. I forgot who it's against. I have to look that up, but that's not really important. Just the scheduling matters and the traveling matters. So yeah, I do like the Rockets minus the 8.5 points for that point total. I like to see it go under. I don't think the Orlando Magic gonna cover their end of the bargain for the points. We know the Houston Rockets can score their points. So some player props. Let's look at Sengun. He's an elite passer and post scorer. Without Banchero help defense, Sengun will isolate Wendell Carter deep in the paint. If Orlando sends a double team, Sengun is a good enough passer to find open shooters. I like his prop line over his rebounds at 9.5. And I also like him over his points. Kevin Durant, I like Durant over his 25.5 points. Orlando tries to protect the rim. Durant doesn't need to get to the rim. He just can shoot over the defense from 15 feet. I like Durant over his points. Franz Wagner. I do like Franz Wagner. I do think that they're going to scheme on him, and this could be possible blowout potential. But he's just going to have the volume, and he gets downhill, and he don't stop. But one thing, I did see him bang his knee up in the Brooklyn Nets game, so I won't be taking any of his props. But if anybody's feeling good about Franz Wagner getting over his points, go ahead and take it. I won't be taking it against the Rockets. Desmond Bain. His strength is three-point shooting. His weakness, he's struggling with team chemistry and finding his rhythm. Houston will put Josh Okogie, a defensive pest, or Amen Thompson on him. Bain will struggle to get his shot off against these type of defenders. His props is at 8.5. I like him to go under that. Those are some props I like. So let's say a couple of interesting facts. The Rockets play a very slow 28th in pace, but score efficiently. This is like a ball constrictor style. You know, they're gonna strike at you. This style makes it hard for teams to come back if they get down by 10 points. So the Rockets, if they get up, they're gonna keep the lead. The Rockets are historically a dominant at home under this coaching staff. They feed off the home crowd's energy, especially on the defensive end. The Magic fall streak. Orlando recent wins came against the Nets, a bad team, and the Knicks, pretty much struggling team right now. Houston is a massive step up, you know, in the weight class. And they a Western Conference team too. They facing tougher teams than the East are. I predict this game to be about a 121 to 106 game. The Houston Rockets winning it comfortably, covering the spread, and they're gonna get everything they want on the offensive end. I just think that when you looking at the Rockets, you gotta look at what style type of team they playing, because if Amen Thompson is athletically better than their centers, he can cut and get alley-oops and lobs, because Sengun is looking for him, and Sengun has been tapping on that triple-double. I believe this is the game he get the triple-double, man. So I like doing little triple-double parlays, and I like, you know, see people flirt with triple-doubles. Like, I'm going to go Wemby and Sengun triple-double, man. You know what I'm saying? Just before I get out of here, I like to give my viewers some interesting information that I find. Let's see if I can get to it right quick before I get up out of here, man. There's a couple of things I wanted to show y'all. Ah, man. That's okay, yeah. Alright, right in my bad. Let's get to some things right here. So, yeah, just talking about the front line. The projected lineup is Amen Thompson, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, and Sengun. So the insertion of Josh Okogie in start lineup, replacing double big experiment of Adams and Sengun starting together, has been a catalyst for their 7-3 run. So I like Okogie in there. I like Josh Okogie in there. And also with Tari Eason being out. And also I've seen some things where Bain's making comments that he's not getting the shot attempts he should get, and he doesn't like the way that the offense is ran through the forwards in Orlando. Again, I go over the strengths. Offensive rating, Houston got that. Defensive rating, Houston got that. The net rating, Houston got that. Houston got a net rating. They're first in net rating plus 12.9. The pace, the styles contrast, but typically the home court team dictates the pace, especially when they're a better team on a rest advantage also. And rebounding rate, Houston got the advantage there. And turnover rate, Houston got the advantage there. It's all around the board. Houston's just a better team. And also, coming off the bench for them is Clint Capella and Steven Adams. So for 48 full minutes, they got some players that can rebound the basketball. I think it's anybody that can stop them at the rim. I mean, you got Goga Batadze down there. And he's a physical player, and Jonathan Isaac, but like I mentioned before, Isaac be on a minutes restriction. So I'm trying to find any angle to get there with the Orlando Magic, but I got to follow the data, and the data shows me that Houston Rockets is just a better team. Now, sometimes we can have some anomalies and everything like that, but the fans in Houston, they want to see another championship come there in this era. And Ime Udoka, Kevin Durant, they can see light at the end of the tunnel. They have an opportunity now to get to the Western Conference Finals, probably against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The West is tough though. The West is tough, but games like this, they have to pull it together and show their dominance and their grit. And the players got to step up in front of their home crowd. And they got to, and so that it can motivate them to keep winning these games to have home court advantage in the playoffs. That'll be huge for the Houston Rockets. But I know I said enough. I know most of y'all don't even watch the whole thing. Just want to see the picks I do and just stop, man. If you made it this far, man, comment bag season in the comments right there. And tell you what, I'm feeling good, man. In the comments, if you comment the bag season, and if my parlay hit for tomorrow, I'll send you $200 if you comment. If this parlay hit that I put together, I'll send you $200 if you comment. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's get it. Hold me to my word, man, because I stand on business. Like always, health, wealth, and love to all. And y'all like, man, subscribe to the channel, man. Share this to your group chat. You know what I'm saying? Let them know I'm dropping gems, man. It's your boy AP. It's AP NBA Daily Picks. Y'all know what time it is. It's bag season.